The two agents had just recovered the last converter in the universe when the black market dealer unleashed his most dangerous beast.
Fetch.
After learning the dealer had released the monster, Valerian and Laureline immediately started running. Their teammates waiting nearby quickly provided cover, but the creature was incredibly fast and kept avoiding their attacks. As it closed in, everyone quickly jumped onto the hover vehicle and sped away. But the monster stayed right behind them and quickly caught up. The captain ordered everyone to move faster and get out of the area as quickly as possible. But the creature was even faster than they expected. Instead of falling behind, it kept closing the gap. Then the monster suddenly jumped onto the roof and started tearing apart the equipment outside. Everyone inside immediately tensed up. Valerian knew that if this continued, the entire vehicle would eventually be forced to stop. So he immediately called their ship for pickup. While the creature was still on the roof, he and Laureline climbed out with the converter and quickly boarded the arriving ship. But just as they were about to leave, the system detected another life form outside the ship. The monster had followed them.
Alex, what was that? Hold on.
Valerian didn't waste any more time on it. He sent the ship straight toward the upper atmosphere. As the ship kept accelerating, the creature outside could no longer hold on and was finally thrown off. Laureline finally had a chance to check on the converter they had just recovered. The little creature had been through a lot at the big market and was completely filthy. So Laureline put it into a cleaning device. A few seconds later, its dirty body was clean and shining again. Looking at the harmless little creature, Laureline decided to test its ability. She took off a diamond earring and fed it directly to the converter. The next second, its body quickly started to swell. Then it produced a huge pile of identical diamonds.
Wow. I need to take you shopping with me.
Meanwhile, Valerian began examining the energy pearl he had taken from the market. And the result was even more unbelievable. The energy stored inside a single pearl was far greater than what an entire spaceship could hold. According to the system, the pearl came from Mule in the QN34 constellation. But there was one problem. Mule had disappeared 30 years ago. Valerian tried to look up more information, but everything had been locked behind top-level clearance. Only someone with 5-star general clearance or higher could access the records from that time. An energy pearl from a vanished planet, 2 pearls who had suddenly reappeared, and the last converter in the universe. Valerian began to realize this mission was much bigger than it looked. Before he could investigate any further, their ship arrived back at Alpha Station, also known as the City of 1,000 Planets. This massive space station was home to tens of millions of residents, and species from thousands of different civilizations. Different sections even had completely different environments. Some species grew special metals in the liquid zones, while others specialized in neuroscience and computer technology. Countless species had gathered in this one city, which was why it was called the City of 1,000 Planets. It was like an entire miniature universe pieced together. After returning to base, Valerian and Laureline brought the converter to report back. The moment the commander saw it, his first response was to tell Laureline to hand it over. But Laureline refused. She decided to keep it with her for the time being. The commander didn't push the issue and temporarily let it go. Soon afterward, he took them to another meeting. Recently, a mysterious source of contamination had been detected at the center of the station. The problem was the area was supposed to be an uninhabitable restricted zone, and no one knew what was actually happening inside. To find out what was causing it, the Federation planned to send a team into the restricted zone. The commander was clearly taking the situation very seriously, but never explained when the contamination had first appeared. But halfway through the meeting, the system suddenly issued a warning. A group of unidentified intruders was rapidly approaching the conference room. Valerian immediately moved to escort the commander out, but the door had already been locked from the outside. The next second, the wall behind them was suddenly blown open. A group of mysterious figures carrying glowing weapons rushed inside. They used advanced shields to quickly take control of the room. A strange energy began trapping everyone one by one, and they quickly lost the ability to move. Valerian slipped into a corner during the chaos and hid a tiny device inside his mouth, but he was eventually spotted and was soon sealed inside the same strange membrane before losing consciousness. Once the conference room went completely quiet, the pearls didn't harm anyone else. They simply located the commander and took him with them. They didn't stay any longer. Once they had their target, they immediately left the room. The entire operation lasted only a few minutes, yet a civilization declared extinct 30 years ago had finally appeared before humanity. They had risked breaking into the heart of the Federation, clearly not just to cause chaos, but to get an answer that had been buried for 30 years.